Nasa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio, UK. Pinoy Radio, UK. Sumasayang papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, naku, magandang hapon ho. Happy Tuesday ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN dito po sa Legal Advice Corner. Good afternoon ho. Ayan, this is our regular Legal Advice Corner or program happening every Tuesday ho. So magandang hapon ho. Magandang hapon ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. At syempre sa ating mga kababayan na nasa iba't ibang bahagi ho ng mundo. Tuloy ho kayo kabayan dito sa ating programa. Ayan. Well, hindi ko na ho pahabain pa, no? At although medyo maulan ho ngayong araw na ito, dito sa South East England, malakas ang maulan, hindi naman ganun kalakas, pero malakas ang hangin. No? Sana'y okay kayo kung saan man kayo naroon. Hindi ko naipasya ng aking little girl, si Snooki, no? Ayun, birthday niya, merong nakalagay pa sa likod, happy birthday, first birthday si Snooki. So, belated happy birthday o happy birthday pa rin doon sa ating little girl. Ayan, katabi ho natin nandito. Mamaya kung sakali pag medyo maingay pakikita ho natin. Anyway, good evening ho. So sa inyong lahat, no, it's another night of dagdag kaalaman dito ho sa ating programa, no. Pinag-aaralan dito o pinag-uusapan mga bagay-bagay na tungkol sa legal, no, dito legal issues, matters, problems, no, dito ho sa United Kingdom. But today we're going to be talking about something about mga legal terms, Latin terms, no? Yun ang pag-uusapan ho natin for today. Ayan, ang topic ho natin for today, ito, ilalabas ho ni Direk, no? Direk, paki-flash lang. Okay, ayan. Siguro pakilala ko na yung ating makakasama, yung laging palagi ang kasama ho natin, ang kumbaga abogada ho nating mga Pinoy dito sa United Kingdom. Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA QUINTO. Attorney, magandang hapon sa iyo.
Gandang hapon, Mr. Laragan. Gandang hapon po sa ating mga kababayan, wherever you are. Sabi nga ni Mr. Laragan, kahit nasa UK ka dahil makulimlim ngayon, umuulan-ulan, or nasa Amerika ka man, nasa Middle East, nasa Pilipinas, tuloy po kayo. Welcome back to Dagdag Kaalaman Day. But ano muna, greetings, happy birthday sa aming beloved Snooki, happy first birthday, at sa aming Super Edgar, ka-birthday ni Snooki, Mr. Laragan.
Yes,
Edgar,
happy birthday si Edgar.
Well.
Oo. Yes, happy birthday.
Mga September celebrants. Naku, ang cute ng yung background doon, kita-kita yung Snooki
Oo nga, happy first birthday. We had to improvise ang tag ito, yung pangalan niya. Kasi hindi kami makakita ng mga colorful letters na pagdidikit-dikitin sana. So, I made use of our, yung sa mga apo ko, yung crayon nila, yung coloring pens nila. So, yeah, simple lang, 1 year, gano'n, 1 year. Masaya na malungkot kasi, malungkot ngayon, kahapon, just mabangit ko lang kasi I'd like to rest in peace si Kuya Manuel. No? Uncle ko actually, pero ang tawag ko Kuya Manuel de Leon. Naka-base siya sa Cadiz ba? Cadiz o Cadiz sa Negros Occidental. And she passed away yesterday. He passed away, should I say, yesterday morning. So, yung uncle ko. Uncle ko siya, pero kalaro ko yan eh. Kalaro ko, nagkaabot kami. Ganun. So, all the time sa akin ng mga 2 years yata. 1 or 2 years siguro. So, yung aking uncle na yumao, si Manuel de Leon, well, rest in peace. Ayan. And happy birthday nga kay Edgar. Edgar, happy birthday. Very unique ang birthday celebration ni Edgar because he goes out on his own without a family. He doesn't celebrate birthday with his family because laging may nangyayari. Alam mo ba yan, Direct attorney?
Yes. Yes,
Every time
nakwento ni
he
Edgar.
celebrates his birthday, something happens, no? May aksidente. Kaya, kumbaga, that's something kakaiba yan, no? Unique, no? You cannot celebrate your birthday with your family. Parang it's a pity in a way, no? Dahil, ano nga, natakot ka na may celebrate dahil baka may mangyari. Ganun.
May
So,
mangyari.
ayan.
Baka may mangyari, ano?
But happy birthday, Edgar. Pasalamat sa Diyos na, may buhay pa, andyan pa, and you're enjoying your life. Yung life natin dito, yung knowing people, like the likes of you, attorney, siya, at marami pang mga kaibigan natin kakilala natin, no? Na nagbibigay kulay sa buhay natin. So, imagine mo kung nag-iisa ka lang sa mundo na to, paano kaya, no? Di ba? Parang, or bibihira kayo. No? Kada isang taon, isang tao lang, no? Di ba? Nakakamiss naman. So yan.
Pero
umulan ba dyan, attorney? As you were saying, sorry. Ano yung sinasabi mo bago ko tanong kung umulan dyan?
Parang profound yung yesterday mo siguro kasi may celebration ng life and then may ending din ng buhay. So parang so it's a good reminder na temporary lang tayo lahat dito. So we're gonna have to make it talaga at i-celebrate natin yung mga tao na naging positibo. Kahit hindi positibo, celebrate natin every day. Yun ang So, salamat Mr. Laragan at salamat Direk sa pagiging positibong addition sa amin lahat, hindi lang sa akin. I think sa lahat ng mga meron na tayong maliit na grupo eh. We started during the pandemic, social remote bubble. Hindi na masyadong remote. Hindi na rin masyadong bubble. So we found ourselves made friendships, we made connections over the years, and it's good to have that.
Life is so short pala, no? Talagang attorney, kaya we have to be healthy, no? Kamukha yung uncle ko na yun, although I call him kuya. Itong December lang na-diagnose, last December lang. How many months ago? Mga 9 months ago? Or 10 months? 9 months ago.
Oo, 9 pa lang.
Stage 4 kagad cancer. Stage 4 kagad. Mataas. Na parang nagkaroon ng tawag dito yung acid reflux. Sa akin nangyayari dati yan eh. I don't know, have you ever experienced yung parang may lumalabas na acid sa lalamunan mo?
Parang siguro na na-empacho ako, yun yung closest feeling ko doon, na-empacho ako tapos nagsuka ako, but I don't hindi ko to the point na naging parang cancer siya. Nagulat lang din ako na acid reflux and then stage 4 na pala. So esophagus cancer po?
Esophagus, yeah, parang cancer of esophagus na ganun eh. So mabilis ako, I would experience yung acid reflux, attorney. Pagka gusto ko manood ng any movie at night or nagti-TV ako, kakain ako. Paborito ko sa iyo yung Doritos na cheese flavor at saka Coke. Pag yung kombinasyon na yan, tipo mga 10, 11 o'clock na gabi nagkakain pa ako ng Doritos at that was before prior to my health protocol, no? Lagi ako may acid reflux. Akala ko mamatay ako dahil in the middle of the night, gigisingin ka, tapos parang hindi ka makahinga o hirap na hirap ka. May lumalabas na acid reflux sa may lalamunan mo. Ang hirap na feeling. Parang, it's a feeling of parang mamatay ka eh. Every time nangyayari sa akin, ganun ang feeling ko. Kaya tatayo ka agad ako dahil parang ang hirap eh. But that also only happens pag kumain ka sa gabi late. Kaya hindi rin advisable mag-snack kayo ng gabi, matutulog kayo. Hindi rin, lalo na yun, snack na yun, carbonated drink, Coca-Cola, Coke, and then, tawag dito, yung, ang pangalan nun, yung Doritos. So yeah.
Yung Doritos.
Kaya,
Medyo
pero we have to be happy. Ikaw, you're designing your life. Believe ako sa'yo, attorney, dahil you design your life. You do the things you want to do. You want to do the Camino walk, Santiago, the Compostela walk. You wanted to do the Mont Blanc. It's wonderful. So some people are living. You are designing your life. Diba? Maganda eh. Some people just live. But some people take control of their lives and they design it in such a way.
Ikaw din naman, Mr. Laragan, do you remember the change, the huge change na ginawa niyo po is very, very inspiring. Madami kami na-inspire mo kami na to really look at intermittent fasting as a way of life. That was, for me, that was very, that's quite life-changing na nakita ko as a witness ng isang talagang yung close mo na, kasi minsan makikita mo sa internet, makikita mo sa social media, but to know someone who can speak of it directly, nakaka-inspire. Laking change din, sabi from Doritos and Coke drinking to intermittent fasting, and I'm sure you feel great after, after that change.
Lumabo ang camera ko. Bakit kaya? Direct ka. Ayun, bakit kaya lumabo? Nagtatype ka. Direct. May lumalabas yung typing sound. Ayan, Okay, ayan, yeah, and then you continue on, yung intermittent fasting, it's really, truly healthy, Ikaw, attorney, and all of the viewers who are watching us right now, it's, especially if you reach the state they call autophagy, which is self-eating. It's parang it means self-eating. So yung good cells mo or good protein cells mo will eat the bad protein cells or yung mga cells mo sa body. So it's like a cleaning, parang nag-cleaning ka. Yun lang. I want to thank actually somebody that I bumped into without whom I wouldn't have learned about these things then, no, diba? So na ano ko rin. So I'm sa akin, I'm putting it parang paying it forward, parang gano'n. Paying it forward. So sige. Attorney, sige, ano muna tayo? Ano ba tayo? We start with the topic natin today is truth or myth, no? We continue on with the Latin terms, diba? So direct na ilan. Ayan,
yes, the same mechanism. Manghuhula parang pub
truth or myth, Latin or Latin legal terms. Sige. Okay, we're gonna go into the what do you call this, yung ating yung mga bragging rights natin, ha. So kung sino unang mga bumati sa atin, ha. Sige, let's go direct. Sige, go.
Natutuwa lang natin sa nakaka-uplift.
It's a nice diba? Nice rhythm, tune. Sige, attorney, sino ang ating unang-una sa palagay mo?
Nakita ko kasi sa tingin ko nakabalik na to from Japan Oliver Fernandez.
Wow, si Oliver Fernandez. Sige nga, tignan nga natin. Marian! Kumusta ka, Marian?
Hello, Marian.
Marian, kumusta ka na?
Yes. Hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Dana. Pinagpawat sa lahat. Happy Tuesday po. Marian Galicia pa na last week or 2 weeks ago, kasi absent ata ako last week 2 weeks ago, hinulaan ko yan si Marian Mali ako.
Hindi, lang yan parang katuwaan natin at misa kasi sila mga top favorites natin, actually Marian and si Oliver Fernandez, talagang mga kumbaga mga runaway favorites sometimes yan yung mga yan, di ba? So, ayan, oh. Sige, si Marian Galicia pa na una. Sino ang pangalawa mo? Are you gonna hang on? Ano na rin?
Fernandez.
Oo, pangatama na na.
Oliver Fernandez pa rin, no?
Oo, sige, Oliver Fernandez. Tignan nga natin.
Kaya,
Nakabalik na pala sa ano, ha? Sabi mo, nakabalik na.
airplane pa si
Ayan. Ating drum roll. Uy, Ma'am Cora! Yes, Ma'am Cora, mabuhay, ha? Okay.
Yeah, basahin ko po. Good evening, Sir Sonny, Attorney Donna, Direk Paula, and everyone. Happy birthday, Snooki! Yes, everyone. Pakigreet natin ang ating pinaka-beloved.
Siya.
Ang totoong star ng show, which is si Snooki Laragan.
Oo. Si Snooki. Uy, nagtumataw yung cook. No, when she was hearing her name na binabanggit mo, attorney. Cook. Ano? Sige, batiin mo nga uli siya. Nadidinig niya sa tabi ko lang eh.
Snooki Laragan. Snooki, magparamdam ka.
Maano yung tenga niya gano'n, no? Si Snooki.
Maano yung tenga niya. Nakita ko kanina before the show, gumagano yung tenga niya. So, alam niya.
Snooki, come. Let's show you. Maraming na-curious dahil may nakikita nila yung Snooki sa likod. Ayan, ito ho si Snooki, yung ating little girl who celebrated her birthday Sunday, September 17, kay birthday ni Edgar Duay. Pareho sila. Si Edgar, hindi ko alam kung ilang taon na. Pero si Snooki, 1 year old. Snooki, that's Tita Dan, so. Your favorite lawyer. Ayan, no? Hello. Sige, seryoso siya. Serious.
Seryoso siya ngayon. Feel ko rin.
Minis niya yung mami niya. Wala yung mami niya. Gumagawa ng karir. Okay. Sino next natin, attorney? Si Oliver na rin siguro. Tama ba?
Oliver pa rin. Si Oliver.
Oliver pa rin, siyempre.
Oliver pa rin.
Tama si Oliver. Si Gigi. Wow, mabuhay. Gigi, Ilamparo. Mabuhay ka, Gigi.
Yes, Kuya Sonny. Happy Tuesday, all viewers, and God bless everyone. Mabuhay ka, Gigi. Naku, bago yung podium natin ngayon, ha? Top 3. Well, except for Marian Galicia Panera. Pero bago yung ating mga podium holders ngayon. Podium.
Si Ma'am Cora, lumalaban, no? Uy, Ma'am Cora, huwag kayo masyado, mahilig yata sa Coke si Ma'am Cora. You have to stop yung, hindi, akala mo kung sino naman ako authority, no? Pero, yun nga kasi, di ba yung soda? Oo, malakas yata mag-cook si Ma'am Cora. So, kung po pwede, diet, although hindi rin masyadong advisable din yung mga sodas, no? Dahil, kasi nga, attorney, yung mga sugar na yan, yung mga artificial sweeteners, siyempre, kumbaga, hindi masyadong malinis, no? Pagkakagawa.
Exactly.
Oo. Okay, ayan. DJ Hurt, mabuhay. Ito, DJ Hurt Escobar.
Yes.
Mabuhay ka, mabuhay.
Thank you for messaging us, ha? Mabuhay ka. DJ, hello, sir, Sonny. Ayan. Mabuhay ka. Andito tayo ka, Attorney Danna Quinto. Uy, bago to,
Details po about legal application to UK po. Baka pag immigration po, doon po tayo sa...
Immigration yan, Ben. No, hindi tayo immigration ngayon,
Thursday po.
Thursday, sa Webis yun.
Immigration. Tanong po kayo, si Attorney Lira. Shoutout tayo sa ating Attorney Lira na napaka-charming at napakabait. Real life, napakabait po niyan.
Yes. Sige, we're gonna have a short break nga. Tapos diretso tayo sa topic natin, truth or myth, no? Yung legal terms, Latin terms, no? Na magkakaroon tayo uli ng quiz today. Yun ang nakakatuwa, di ba? It's a game, but it's a learning game, no?
Every week nagpapakulit tayo.
Tama yan. Okay. So we're gonna have a short break at babalikan ho natin ng quiz natin, no? With our quiz mistress, si Attorney Danna Quinto. Saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo. May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka EV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mala, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS, harassment, o baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo. Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Okay, balik ko tayo sa ating programang Legal Advice Corner with yours truly, Sonny Laragan, and of course, yung ating pinaka-star of the show, no? Star of the program, sabihin ko sana, no? Star of the show program, isa lang naman ho yun. Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Attorney, magandang gabi once again. And ayan, ito na tayo sa ating, yung ating quiz, no? For today,
Yes.
Truth or Myth, and we're looking forward to it. Sige, Attorney, take it away. Sige, take it away. Latin legal terms, no? Sige.
Yes, Latin legal terms. Kuha na po tayo ng ating papel, scratch paper, resibo, notes man sa iPhone. Same mechanics, huhulaan nyo po kung truth or myth ang sasabihin kong statement. At ngayong gabi, ang ating topic, although we touched upon this weeks ago, ito purely Latin legal terms. Kasi di ba, uso sa law na may mga Latinism or may mga kakaibang mga legalese or legal technical terms na naririnig nyo po. So we'll have a little go at this truth or myth quiz. Without further ado, number 1, ab initio. Ang ab initio daw means to initial with your name. Is that truth or myth? So again, ab initio, which means to initial with your name. Is that truth or myth? Later on, pag sasagutin na natin kung truth or myth, I will also give a little extra information kung saan nyo makikita yung mga terms or Latin terms na to. So where can you normally find these terms? Number 2, ad hominem means to attack the person. Ab hominem means to attack the person. Truth or myth? Number 3, caveat emptor means empty promises. Truth or myth? So caveat emptor means empty promises. Truth or myth? Number 5, de jure. I think de jure. Tama ba pronunciation ko? I always pronounce it like that. So, i-spell ko na lang para ano. Bawal bawal mag-cheat, bawal mag-google. So, D-E, so space, second word is jure, G-U-R-E, means according to law. According daw sa batas. Truth or myth? De jure. If you're just joining us, the same pa rin po ang mechanics. Pag-assume na po natin itong ginagawa, so dapat alam nyo na po. Kuha na po ng papel, ballpen, notes man yun sa iPhone. All you need to do is guess if this Latin term and the definition that I'm giving is true or a myth. So number 5 na tayo, de facto. So de facto, I'll spell that for you. D-E-F-A-C-T-O, de facto. It means in fact. Totoo ba o hindi? Totoo ba or is it a myth? It's number 5. Number 6. Obiter dictum. I'll spell that. Obiter, O-B-I-T-E-R, and then dictum, D-I-C-T-U-M, which means a circular argument o paulit-ulit lang. Obiter dictum, a circular argument or paulit-ulit lang, truth or myth. Number 7, seventh Latin term, adding truth or myth, quantum. It means how much. Truth or myth. Totoo ba yan o hindi? Quantum means how much. Truth or myth. Number 8. Ito mahaba-haba. Nec V, nec clam, nec precario. I'll spell that. Nec is spelled as N-E-C, V as in V-I, nec, N-E-C pa rin, clam, and then nec precario, which means there is no claim if there is no caution. I'll repeat that again. Nec V, nec clam, nec precario, which means there is no claim if you do not exercise caution. Totoo ba or hindi? Truth or myth? Number 9, res judicata. So res, R-E-S, judicata, J-U-D-I-C-A-T, means the judges are in recess or on a break. Totoo ba or that's a myth? And finally, number 10, mens rea, M-E-N-S, and then R-E-A. It means guilty mind. Is that truth or a myth? Right, we're going to quickly go through it para may time tayo to explain kung bakit totoo, bakit hindi, at saan natin makikita itong mga to. One quick repetition ng 10 statements natin para sa mga kararating lang at mga late na mga attendees. Number 1, ab initio. It means to initial with your name. Is that truth or myth? Number 2, ad hominem means to attack the person. Truth or myth? Number 3, caveat emptor means empty promises. Is that truth or a myth? Number 4, de jure means according to law. Truth or myth? Number 5, de facto, which means in fact. Is that truth or myth? Number 6, obiter dictum. Obiter dictum means a circular argument. Truth or myth? Number 7, quantum, which means how much. Truth or myth? Number 8, nec vi, nec clam, nec precario means there is no claim if you do not exercise caution. Number 9, res judicata. The judges are in recess or on a break. Is that truth or myth? And number 10, mens rea, guilty mind. Right. answer sheet, exchange papers, and we will now find out kung totoo nga o haka-haka lang yung mga statements, yung definition na binigay ko. At malalaman din natin kung saan nyo makikita, anong area ng law, karamihang ginagamit yung mga Latin terms na to. So number 1, ab initio means to initial with your name. That is a myth. Hindi po yan ang meaning ng ab initio. It means from the start. From initio means from the start. So where can you find this term, or where can you normally hear this? Lawyers' arguments. So normally, the last I use it, contract settings, mga contract disputes. I've also seen it used in terms of marriage contract. Yung sinasabi nila, void ab initio. So hindi, from the start, void na. So yun na mga instances na maririnig nyo yung term na yan, ab initio. Number 2, ad hominem means to attack the person. That is true. That yan ang totoong definition po yan. Sa mo yung makikita, lawyer's legal argument. So, imbes na ginagamit yung legal interpretation or yung pag-expound sa analysis ng batas, minsan nagiging personalan. Ito yung sinasabi namin na nagiging personalan. Pero medyo iba lang ang ginagamit na term. So, a bit more legalistic term. Pag sinasabi namin na may personal ka na. So, we say, well, that's an ad hominem attack. So, ad hominem, when you attack the person instead of using the arguments, the legal arguments. Number 3, caveat emptor means empty promises. That is a myth. That is not the definition of caveat emptor. It's actually buyer beware. It's an English legal principle wherein the buyer has to make their own inquiries when they're buying something. Saan nyo po makikita to if you're in the UK, or saan nyo maririnig po yung English definition nito? Probably your lawyer would have said the same to you. When you're buying a house, actually. So, when you buy a house, yung abogado nyo dito sa UK would ask a number of questions, or would expect the selling party to complete standard templates. Tapos, minsan, ang answer ng seller doon, kumbaga buyer beware. Sasabihin niya, the onus is on you. Ibig sabihin, ang assignment nasa sayo para mag-imbestiga, to make further inquiries because of this principle of buyer beware. So, if you're selling a house, if you're selling a house, you may see na ganun yung sasabihin ng abogado nyo na yun ang magiging sagot niya sa mga inquiries. Or if you're buying a house, you might see that answer kung may mga further inquiries pa yung abogado nyo about sa bahay na binibili nyo. So ano yung sagot doon? So that's the reason why you do this searches. So narinig nyo po yan kung pumili kayo ng bahay dito. So that's your investigation, because buyer beware. Ikaw daw gumawa ng homework. The homework is on you to go and find out everything you can about the property. So we do searches. That's the reason why lawyers are heavily involved in buying properties here in the UK. Okay. Number 4, de jure, which means according to law. That is true. So de jure, when you see that, it means kung ano yung nasa batas. So where can you normally find it? It's company's law. So we have this term called de jure director. So kung ikaw yung nakalagay sa company's house, according to law, according to kung ano yung stated sa registration, you are the de jure director. So it's company's law. Tied up yan sa number 5, which is de facto. So de facto means in fact. That is true. Once again, where can you find it? Again, company law. So meron tayong tinatawag na de facto director. So minsan wala naman talaga dun sa company's house, wala dun sa registration. So company's house is a database in the UK kung saan mo makikita kung sino yung mga direktor ng mga kumpanya dito sa UK. So you can look that up kung sino yung de jure director. But sometimes may mga tao na nag-assume to act as a director. He holds out to the world na director siya, purports to be a director, claims to be director, pero wala siya dun sa company's house, never really properly appointed. So, you can say that someone is actually a de facto director. So, yung common nakikita ko niyan, nilagay sa pangalan ng asawa. Pero actually, yung totoong director o yung isang asawa. So, nangyayari yan. So, may de facto director at may de jure director. For whatever reason na bakit hindi yun ang setup nila. This is the legal implication of that. A de facto director, so yung kahit wala ka dun sa company's house, pwede ka pa rin maging liable. Pwede ka pa rin pwede ka pa rin under sa duties ng company's director if it can be proven na de facto director ka nga. So meron sa law, meron kami mga precedents, may mga kaso dyan kung de facto director nga tong tao na to. So kahit na ang lesson doon kung sinasabi mo director ka, kung sinasabi mo na you hold yourself out and you indeed na you'll be found by the law na ikaw nga ay kahit wala ka dun sa origin, sa database, pwede ka pa rin may mga responsibilities at liabilities. So, de jure and de facto. Now, number 6, obiter dictum. So, obiter dictum means a circular argument, truth or myth. That is a myth. So, obiter, it's a bit of a tricky question, tricky statement. So, obiter means a thing said in passing. So, where can you find this? If you're a law student, you would have heard of it. One of the first things they teach you in law school is the first one, the opposite, is yung obiter dictum is in judgment. Yun yung parang extra na sinabi lang, a thing that they said, an extra comment about something. But, hindi yun yung main na ground nila, hindi yun yung main rationale of the judgment. When you point out to the rationale of the judgment, we call that ratio decidendi. So, that's separate from obiter dictum. Obiter dictum, minsan kami mga abogado naghahanap kami ng mga obiter dictum, mga sinabi lang nila na perhaps it could be used, but be very, very wary of using obiter dictum. Kasi yun lang, passing lang na sinabi. Na-mention lang. Hindi naman talaga yun yung gusto nilang patunayan. Hindi yun gusto nilang iset na law sa isang judgment. So, that's obiter dictum. But that doesn't mean na hindi rin myth din yun. It's not a circular argument. Number 7, quantum means how much. That is true. So where can you find it? Where can you hear this? Where can you read about this? You can find it normally. It's a personal injury. So we call this the quantum of the claim. Hindi naman yung quantum of solace. Quantum of the claim. So means what is the value of the claim? So we do quantum research if you're a law student or if you're a trainee lawyer. We say, oh, can you do quantum research? Baka tanongin mo, ano yung quantum research? So it means that if you have a case, you need to know the value of the case. Kung ano yung losses doon, ano yung mga kung magkano. So quantum means how much, exactly like that. Number 8, ito exciting kasi mahaba. Nec v, nec clam, nec precario means there is no claim if you did not exercise caution. That is a myth. That is not the definition of that. That is a trick statement. Again, the exact definition of it is nec v, not by force, nec clam, nor stealth, nec precario, nor the license of the owner. So not with permission. Precario means more permission. So not by force, not in hiding, and not by license of the owner. Where can you find this long phrase? That is normally found in the legal principle of claiming what we call adverse possession. So pag sinabi mo na, ay, ginagamit ko na yan, I've developed a right over it for a number of years. So dito pwede kang magkaroon ng right over a land or sometimes a right of way or an ownership of a land if we're talking in general principle here. If you are using it for a number of years, normally about 20 years, without, not by force, so yun ang test not by force, hindi mo pinersa, hindi ka nagtatago, hindi mo naman ginagamit na gabi lang, so you're openly using it for 20 years, and wala kang permission from the owner. So that Latin term is actually the basis for a claim for adverse possession or easement. So if you want to build a right of way via that legal principle, ayun ang kailangan mong patunayan. Not by force, nor by stealth, nor the license of the order, not by permission of the order. Nec vi, nec clam, nec precario. If you are a law student, you will hear this in one of your land law lectures. And then you can tell your teacher na narinig mo na siya before. Now, number 9, res judicata. The judges are in recess or on a break. That is a myth. That is, again, a trick statement. The definition of that is a matter has already been judged. So kung na-exhaust na lahat ng appeal, so for example, may judgment na about a certain case, wala nang appeal, wala na talagang appeal, tapos na. Tapos, next year, bumalik ka na naman. The same argument, the same dispute, bumalik ka na naman sa korte. The court would say, no, you can't come back because res judicata na, the matter has been judged. So those are the instances where that may be used. It's already been judged, it's already been dealt with, exhausted, no further appeals or legal actions is possible by law. So you may be barred, you may be stopped by law to proceed further because of this legal principle called res judicata. Number 10, mens rea means guilty mind. That is true. That is one of the requirements for the crime to be committed. So a guilty mind. So kailangan guilty mind. Where you find it, criminal law po to. So I practice in civil law, but nilagay lang natin to dito dahil because it's interesting. So ang kailangan is a guilty act, which is actus reus, and then a mens rea or a guilty mind. So hindi lang na may culpability kumbaga. So yun ang mens rea, the culpability, guilty mind. So it's essential for those for the notion that those without sufficient mental, where does it apply? Bakit may ganito? Bakit kailangan ng guilty mind kung nangyari na yung guilty act? So that's the reason why may defense ng insanity. So you need a guilty mind. So the basis of this is those without sufficient mental capability, kung wala sa juicio, walang mental capacity, they cannot be judged guilty of a crime. So wala silang mens rea, kahit na meron silang actus reus, may guilty act. But yes, hopefully that is those are interesting dahil bago, well, meron iba na na-recycle natin, but I'm just gonna go through it para ma-check yung kanyang mga sagot dyan. Number 1 is myth or false. Number 2 is true. Number 3 is myth. Number 4 is true. 5 is true. 6 is a myth. 7 is true. 8 is a myth. 9 is a myth. And 10 is true. Mr. Laragan, kamusta naman po dyan?
Yes, naka 6 out of 10 ako. 6 out of 10.
Okay lang yun.
Yeah,
okay lang.
Oo.
Okay lang yan.
Ang alam ko lang dito, yan, ab initio, kasi nga yung alam mo, I studied law pala, no? 40 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I was a first year student back in 1983.
Wow.
Kapamatay lang ni Ninoy, we were, I think that was our first semester. And then, kababaril lang kay Ninoy kasi August July,
Yeah.
pumasok kami, tapos biglang nabaril si Ninoy doon sa tarmac, di ba? So yeah. We had Roman law. We had, ito nakakatuwa. Ano kwento ko lang. Nakakatuwa kasi nung ang professor namin sa Roman law, one of our first year subject yun sa Lyceum eh. Kasi kaya ako nag-aral sa Lyceum, kasi isang jeep lang from Navotas, Navotas yata, kung saan nandun yung DZMB FM. I was a news editor, newscaster doon eh. Ang panahon na yun. So isang ride lang yon from North Bay Boulevard papuntang pier. Ano kasi sa Intramuros yung yung Lyceum. So well, ang professor ko, ang pangalan niya si Dr. Patrocinio Galman. Patrocinio Galman. And the guy who, well, purportedly killed Ninoy was si Rolando Galman.
Oo nga.
Rolando Galman. Pero hindi naman, siyempre, ang pumatay doon, wala. Yung mga Metro Abiscom, parang ganun, yung military guys. No? Pero yan, parang fall guy lang yun. Tapos, yun. Alam mo, very awkward yung professor namin. Medyo may parang gay siya But he studied his Doctor of Laws yata sa Spain. Hindi ko alam kung Madrid.
Wow.
But he was our professor in the first year of college. So, ang dean namin noon was the Supreme Court Justice Cecilia Munoz Palma.
Yes.
And then my professor in political law was Justice kaklase ni Marcos, si Justice maganda lineup ng professors namin noon during that time. Judge Season was our professor in property. But anyway, ito mga to, ab initio sa civil law, di ba? Kunyari, may kasal ng previous existing marriage. Pag kinasal ng second or third or fourth yung whoever, kunyari, lalaki man babae, succeeding marriages will be void ab initio, void from the very beginning. So from the start, sabi mo yan. Tapos we pronounce on de jure, ganyan, no? Dati, no? De jure. De jure, res judicata o res judicata, ganyan. So okay naman. Okay itong these are, kasi di ba minsan sinasamahan ng mga Latin words, yung mga so maganda tong ating
Minsan makikita mo bakit nag-Latin na naman yung abogado ko. It's just that sometimes like yung makikita mo siguro sa correspondences yung lawyers talking to each other sa letters. So we can do that. We can set up the legal principle at mag-Latin kami doon. Pero makakatulong din pag halimbawa you come across it, siguro nabasa mo or nakita mo, or minsan nakikita natin sa news, nakikita natin sa social media, baka may ma-mention para dagdag kaalaman na tayo.
Dito ba, attorney? Okay, so when I was a law student, pagka graduate ka kasi ng law, and you want to put up a practice, you will be, in a way, you'll have to buy a set of SCRA. Alam mo yung SCRA? SCRA yan. Pagka napunta ka sa law firm, may mga libro sila sa likod nila o sa tabi nila. These are Supreme Court reports annotated. So when they research, di ba naglalagay sila ng mga citations pag just to quote nila isang dating president, isang judgment, ganyan, so may ganon. Dito ba merong ganyan? Anong ginagamit ng English law?
Electronic na po kami. So yes, the same, but it's an electronic database. So instead of having a lot of papers, it's really so I use the
how do you call it? Do sa atin sa Pilipinas SCRA volume ganon. How do you call it here in the UK?
Depende sa area of law. So may family law reports, may yung merong mga citation by your Court of Appeal, High Court, and then Supreme Court. But what we have is a central database. So when you're in law school here, part ng binayaran mo is an access to those database. So ang nagbibigay, may dalawang main database dito. Well, as far as I know, we also have the Bailey, which is available for everyone. Pero lawyers would tend to buy an access. So Westlaw is one of those that we use. Westlaw also comes with books. So ang makikita mo ngayon, actually the modern, siguro I think dun sa firm namin meron nilalagay na parang decoration lang dun sa senior partner, but the reality is naka-database na po ngayon. Even the books themselves are available on a database para hindi mo na masearch mo, madali ang search, madali ang maghanap ng kaso. So Westlaw and LexisNexis, that's part of legal research na ituturo sa law school. And then we have also practical law for practicing lawyers. So I use that a fair bit. So mas kumbaga by topic na. So I would search a topic. So I like using practical law. I'd search a topic and then it will come up with um, a concept of a legal principle summarized with the dates with the good law, with the most up to date na ano ng batas doon. And then you have to also keep an eye kung ano nangyayari in terms of cases being decided by the higher courts. So tingin-tingin sa mga webinars when you're practicing. So that's meron yung sa Law Society Library, meron yung mga the old books, etc. I'm pretty sure they're still doing printed law reports. But in reality, it's all online. It's all on database. So, especially kung early
Ano
years
yun?
mo, naku, yung tagahanap
Ano yan?
ng
Supreme Court?
authority, talagang hahanapin mo yun. Yeah.
Ano yan? Mga Supreme Court reports yan dito, attorney? Mostly coming from the Supreme Court? Yung sinasabi mong law reports are basically coming from the Supreme Court? Ganyan?
Reported cases.
Okay. Alright. Pero ang
authority.
UK walang ano, di ba? Walang UK, walang constitution, walang formal constitution ng UK, di ba? Wala, di ba?
Constitution.
Except yung sinasabi lang ng parang Magna Carta, yata parang yun ang parang example o source of ng mga constitutions all over the world na ginagaya halimbawa ng Pilipinas, ng Amerika at lahat, no? Pero nakakatawa, walang constitution ng UK. And yet, kumbaga, yung English jurisprudence ginagawang basihan ng mga US, di ba? Mga US, mga citations, at saka minsan sa Pilipinas din, no? So,
Yes,
nakakatawa.
you can.
Kaya,
Common law.
diba?
So common law, nagagamit sila minsan sa common law. So you get into like, if you're looking for precedents, which sometimes talagang rabbit hole talaga yan, nakahanap ka for a certain particular topic or certain particular point in law. So instead of going around the library, you're gonna have to make sure na yung key searches and nagsa-search ka, it's like a massive database. It's very, very interesting. I used to, siguro but as you grow older, alam mo na yung mga, kumbaga, alam mo na rin naman yung, may reflex ka na, muscle reflex ka na kung ano yung basic na batas in that area. But you still need to check, may nag-change ba sa batas? The good thing is that, alam naman, kumbaga umiikot naman talaga kapag may malaking changes sa batas, may malaking naging decision ng Supreme Court that would have changed our interpretation of a certain statute, or hindi na good law yung law last year or law before. So yun ang, if you really still need to keep an eye on developments.
when I was a student noon, I would probably read about 30 to 40 cases siguro for my subject, no? Pag na-tiyempo natawagan ka, di mo nabasa yung case, talo ka. Kasi oral.
Yeah.
Dito ba sa UK,
Yeah.
oral ba? O paano ba ang pag-aaral ng law? Do you go to a classroom and a professor calls you tapos doon sa particular subject matter na pinag-uusapan nyo, kailangan nakabasa ka ng minimum 15 to 20 cases, no? These are all scra dati noong araw, Supreme Court reports annotations.
Yeah.
No? Ganun ba rito? How is it done here in the UK? But last question ko lang bago tayo magpaalam na, no, attorney.
I think may level na ganyan din. It's not like recitation. They don't say that. It's more of, critical thinking. I think earlier in your law school, it's a lot about getting that reflex. I always say may legal reflex ka. How do you I think naalala ko doon yung isa sa pinakagawa sa amin. We were given this very long judgment. My God, ang mga judgment dito 40 pages or something. And then they want you to tell them what happened within a particular point in time. That's a skill that you will develop throughout your career because you will read all day. you will be dealing with not just one case, but probably 10, 15, 30 cases all day, problem solving all day. So what you need to do is to be able to skim through the details but still manage to get a good grasp. Kumbaga speed reading ka talaga. Speed reading, getting not just reverberating what it says, but more than that, to be able to uh, look at the problem, apply the law, and then apply the problem solving. So, and siguro ang basis nun, and the first step nun is you'll be able to hold massive information. You'll be able to assimilate and process humongous amount of information. I think across jurisdiction, if you're a lawyer or you want to be a lawyer, that's a one thing that you really need, that you have to deal with all your life. And then a further skill from that is, what do you do with that information? So meron ka ng ang dami pages and pages every day. You have emails every day. You have that. The reality is, our job is to solve a problem. Hindi lang mag-recite ng academics, hindi lang mag-recite ng law reports. We are dealing with real-life problems, and we need to find real-life solutions. Sometimes we get it from the court. Sometimes we get it from settlement. Sometimes we get it from discussions or narrowing issues, o baka may other areas. So yun lang siguro yung expansion ko doon. Yes, to answer, to a point, yes. But yung learning na yun would have to be developed. That skill would have to be developed into something. I don't know, because I've not learned, I didn't go to law school in the Philippines. I'm pretty sure it's very similar in the same way. Na yun ang foundation. The foundation is the ability to process humongous amount of information within a limited period of time, and then make good judgment calls.
Okay, wow, very interesting. We will talk about that more, no, attorney, next time, no? Yung life of paano ba ang law dito sa ating sa UK. Okay, pag-aaral ng law. Ayan, si Attorney Dana, ayan, lang ang ano yan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the apat ang mali. Pareho ata tayo. Pareho din sa akin. 4 din ang mali ko. Ayan. Well, I've learned a lot. Yeah, well, okay. So thank you for sharing now these legal technical terms. Ma'am Cora, thank you very much for really participating always. No? Si Maring Galicia Paner, nako po, yan po ang hate ko. Ang Coke, hindi po ako nainom. Ayan o. Talagang taga. Marundo ka ba?
Tagalog.
Oo. Oy, sige, basahin mo, pakibasa, attorney. Sige.
Oh, happy Tuesday to Mr. LARAGAN, Attorney Dana, and hardworking and soon birthday Direct Pao, and to the viewers. Northern line to Morden is busy, but Jubilee line to West is congested. Looking forward to lots of learning again today. Thanks.
Okay. So, all right.
Yes.
So, ayan. So ayan, yun na muna ating mga pagbate, no. So attorney, how baka mga extras or yung mga shout-outs and how to get in touch with you. So attorney, sige, go please.
Yes, yun na lang. You can get in touch with me at danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com, or call me at 012342251188. Again, it's danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com, or call me at 012342251188. Thank you, Mr. LARAGAN, and thank you sa ating hardworking na si Direk Pao. And happy birthday, Snooki and Edgar. Super Edgar ulit.
Yo, okay, thank you. Yes, so thank you daw, sabi ni Snooki. Nagkakalalan siya, no? So thank you. Pag narinig niya yung pangalan niya. In fact, if maaga nakakapanood sila ni mami niya, andun talaga nakatutok yan. Okay, well, maraming salamat. Thank you very much, attorney. Maraming salamat for being a part of tonight's ating legal advice corner. You are the heart and soul of the program dahil ikaw naman talaga eksperto in terms of mga legal things. So sa ngalan mo, attorney, at sa ngalan ng ating director, ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much for joining us dito sa ating legal advice corner. We'll do it again next Tuesday for another edition of Legal Advice Corner. So till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye!